Now loading Anorak's OASIS.
Welcome to Anorak's OASIS. I'm your host, Jeff, aka Mysterio Hunter.
This is Jack, aka Dracoburn.
And this is Tiff, aka Evil Mech Meru.
So what's going on, everyone? How was your week?
My week's great now that it's Things That Bounce Thursday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For our chivers out there. How about you, Tiffany? How was your week?
Good.
That was a boring response. Thank
I
you.
know. I don't really know what else to say after that. That's fine.
It's been a busy week, that's for sure.
It's definitely been a busy week.
Yep, Jack's kept me busy all week.
Doing what?
Throwing trash.
Throwing away trash.
Throwing away trash.
Yep. I hope and get
Is
Jack
that
ready to move.
Okay, I was like, is that literal or figurative? Or
No, that's
taking
literally
out the trash.
taking junk to the dump.
Oh,
Yep.
fun.
Seems like every day.
It
though
was
it's
every day there for a while,
Yeah.
and then it
Cool.
wasn't.
Then it was not any longer. It was no longer at all. So, bunch of good shit came out this weekend, huh?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
Okay. Good talk.
A bunch of...
Moving on.
So you guys saw like Infamous Second Sons came out this week?
Yeah, I saw that. And Infamous is a good game.
Yeah, I like the first one. I have the second one. I didn't really play it.
I heard the second
Third
one's
one-
even better.
Third one looks pretty, but you know, my biggest complaint with the Infamous series is that you can't really create your own character, you know. And I really want to like create what they look like and everything. That's my favorite part of the games.
Well, you're actually playing a story of a guy.
Well, I know it would be a real pain to incorporate all that, but still, I would still like that to happen.
Maybe if if they did that in the multiplayer, I could see it, but I didn't have a problem with that at all. You could change how he looked. You could get different skins through while you played the game.
Oh, could you?
Yeah. You would unlock different skins.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed the game, enjoyed playing it. I just wish like that was my only complaint with the actual game is I wanted to create what my character looked like. Have you played that game, Tiffany?
I have not. No.
Not so much the Second Son, but the previous Infamous games.
I don't think I have played any of them, no. No.
What?
I know, right?
You didn't even download the free one that like PlayStation gave out for the whole like systems being hacked.
Maybe. That was
Which
kind of a long time ago. I don't remember.
yeah, I think that was the second.
I don't. Probably. It probably got downloaded, but I don't think I've ever played it.
Yeah, it's
Or
pretty.
maybe
good.
I did.
So,
Maybe
what do you
I
guys
did.
think of this?
I don't even know.
You never know. You will never
I
know.
don't know.
What do you guys think of the Second Son so far, in terms of watching the videos and stuff? Obviously, none of us has played it yet, but
It looks great. It looks like they've incorporated a lot of the powers from both of them. I'm not exactly sure who the second son is. I'm not sure where that character is in the world. Like, is he another guy or is he an actual son of the first guy?
right. Yeah, I'm not sure
I
either.
don't know that storyline. But, they departed away from the main guy. I don't know how it ended in the second one because, they followed him to Louisiana. And, there's like a big battle he's supposed to be in and all that. So, because I haven't played the second one to know how it all ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't either, sadly.
Yeah.
I need to get on that and play it. Honestly, the only reason I really boot up my PlayStation 3 at this point is to play Twisted Metal, because I really love that game. Like, I literally, like, I told them, I was like, listen, I will straight up buy PlayStation in order to play Twisted Metal, because I love the Twisted Metal series. And I pretty much did.
And the reason I want this thing to sit down.
Well, there are plenty of good games on PlayStation, but that was my main reason for wanting one.
Mm-hmm.
It would be like if Titanfall was just on Xbox. Jack might actually buy an Xbox.
No, because I never would have played it.
Yeah,
That'd be true, yeah. You wouldn't have known how much you loved it. You wouldn't have known what you were missing.
Logic. Your logic is...
Thus, I wouldn't have been sad. If you don't know what you're missing, you're not going to be sad.
That is true. Speaking of Titanfall, a bunch of us got it this week, right? Was it this week?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Friday is when I got it.
What's up? We had a Titanfall game night. What was it, a couple nights ago?
We did it twice. We did it the first... Well, we couldn't do it the first night because it took a bit to install. But we did it the next day.
It takes forever to install.
No, I think we did it on Monday, and then we did it Tuesday. So I don't think we did it last night. We did. What did we play last night? Nothing.
Nada.
Nothing?
I edited last night, I believe.
Yes.
Because new deadlines means new times for podcasts to come out and everything else, so... Trying to get all that situated.
How easy to make made up words.
I did. I'm going to keep making up words, too, and you'll love it. Love it, I tell you.
Killed myself.
Speaking of deadlines, we've got a new venue that we've just popped up on.
What?
Right?
Where is that, Jack?
That should be on cromradio.com every Friday.
That's right.
I don't remember the times, though.
Friday at 5 o'clock.
You're not helpful, are you?
I'm not.
You kind of put him on the spot.
He's like,
so,
on that
welcome
place.
all of our new fans over there at Crom Radio. Hope you're enjoying the show. Try not to be too hateful.
We do appreciate comments.
Absolutely. Add us on iTunes and go ahead and give us a comment.
Or stop by Podomatic and then add us there, too.
Right. Yep. Rate us. Any of that helps. We are working on hitting up some pretty big venues here, so...
Also, Jeff, you've just started another venue, too.
YouTube. We are now on YouTube, although currently we only have our first few podcasts on there. There's our first 5 episodes that we ever recorded.
Yeah, he started off with our worst ones. I said,
yeah, warning you.
Try to put our recent ones on, and then you can retro them.
Actually, episode...
You have to run these things by us before you just go putting crap out in the world.
Hey. They have to be able to download it somewhere, all right?
I didn't get a phone call.
I didn't pass it to the NSA.
Through the TSA, the Tiffany Security Association.
Yep. So keep in mind that those are horrible. So yeah.
Yeah, and he just wanted to make sure everybody was able to get a hold of.
Don't judge.
Get a hold of them right away.
And what's worse is I think it's episode 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened, but those are unedited. So.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm taking my name off this project. I don't.
Unedited. Wow, Jeff,
they are.
Why are you having those on there?
How the hell do I even have these? I don't even know.
Why
they don't have our intro.
Why weren't
anything.
those burned? Why didn't you burn
I know.
them?
They don't have the intro or anything, and I didn't even really I guess I knew it, but I was like, screw it. Why not? It's an origin story. All right.
Like, you think we suck now? Wait until you hear this.
Yeah. Now suddenly we seem like professionals, huh?
Well, I guess, yeah. He put the first 5, now he's got to put the newest 5 on there.
That's right.
Well, yeah, better, though.
That was then, and this is now.
That
was then, and we still suck.
See how far we've gone? Oh, boy.
We got anywhere.
Speaking of Tiffany...
What?
Have you guys heard about South Korea schools remotely disabling students' smartphones?
I think that's very smart.
What does that have to do with me?
I don't know. I just wanted to...
I'm like, wait a second, did I...
You intently listened.
That For the one moment I was actually listening. I was like, wait, what?
Because that one time that you remotely disabled Jeff's phone, he will never forgive you on
Because
that.
you're the NSA, remember? I mean,
I'm just gonna
how many
eat my
times have I keep
M&Ms
coming
and
back to
dip
this?
You have been censored by the Tiffany Security Association.
All of a sudden, my mic gets muted. So, all right, let's explain what this means a little bit. All right, so while they're in school, they could basically just shut off everyone's phone in the school.
That's good.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing?
That's good. We didn't have those.
Good.
We didn't have that shit when we were in school. We made it through.
Did
Yeah.
you have cell phones in you? Yeah, it's like, I
Yep.
was like, people didn't
As much-
always have cell phones.
As much as I'm against censorship and all that stuff, you know, I think maybe this is probably a good thing because they shouldn't be there to mess with their phones. They should be there to learn, you know.
Yep.
So
When you're
I don't know. I find
school, you're in school. When you're outside of school, you can do whatever you want. But
You shouldn't even be allowed to have your cell phone in school with you.
well, I mean, I could see having it with you in the case of an emergency, but even then, your office should have a phone.
Well,
Yeah.
if they turn them off, it doesn't matter if it's in case of emergency. They're
Yeah.
deaf. It's going
I
to
wonder if they turn it off or if you just can't dial out unless it's an emergency number.
well, it's like if you have an emergency, you know, you're in a school. They have phones.
Yeah.
And on
that's
that, I'm going to say we didn't have those
People
when we were in
watching
school
you.
either. So
Yeah, like if we had an emergency, you know, the
Jack
office
didn't have
could
phones
call
back then.
I was gonna say they didn't
there were
have
phones. There were cell
They had
phones.
to take the horse and buggy to the nearest witch doctor.
No, we had cell phones.
They were just the size of a backpack.
And actually, we had pagers. That's what was the big thing.
Oh, shit. I remember pagers, man.
They couldn't stop pagers either.
I remember one of the first things I had. Do you remember those like two-way texting pagers?
Uh-huh.
That was like one of the first things I ever had.
No, first one I had was a prepaid Canvar phone.
And they didn't call them texting pagers. They called them two-way pagers, which
Well, yeah,
basically they were
two-way
texting. They were texting machines is what they basically were.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's like all you could do was text.
But they didn't
anybody
call
else
it
that
texting
had
back
one.
then. They called it two-way, which is funny. I'm surprised they didn't continue calling it that when phones started doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, you have a two-way, plus you can call on the phone.
Oh my goodness. Plus, I make calls.
What?
I hated the two-way pagers because I just like texting. I hated having to punch in all that.
Yeah, it was a pain
Strangled
in the ass.
machines that these kids have. Pissing me off.
Those silly machines. Those silly.
Making me have to text stuff.
But, like, the kids are already hacking their phones to avoid the restrictions, is what they're saying.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Good for them.
And yet, it's still a learning process.
Well, yeah, you know, they're never going to be able to. Kids are smart. There's always ways around anything. Security is never 100%.
Oh, absolutely not.
There's no way. There's no way you can digitally keep anybody out of something unless you unplug it. That's the only way.
That's why if hackers weren't stoned half the time, they could take over the world.
Actually, I think they have several times, just to prove that they could.
And then they gave it back because they really didn't feel like having it.
Yep. Trying to sneeze.
Yep. True story.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure it's been stricken from the books.
Yep. That's what you're talking about.
All right.
I'm like you.
Good job.
Let's just move along. Next.
Moving along.
Anyway.
So, ex-Microsoft employee arrested for leaking copies of Windows 8. Dun, dun,
Somebody
dun.
needs to do that.
Yeah, it's like everything is leaked from Microsoft at all times.
Well,
Just-
I actually think that Microsoft does all this on purpose, though, to be honest
I think
with
they
you.
leak stuff on purpose, too. They'd be stupid not to.
Oh, hey, look. Windows 8 is now out that we were talking about possibly giving it to everybody for free anyway. Oh, well. Right? Wasn't that the word that 8.1 was going to be like a free download for a while?
There's going to be like a special edition for Bing users and stuff that is free, yeah. Or that is the rumor.
Wow. So the guy just jumped the gun is all. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, he just let it go a little early.
Anyway, isn't there free
Which is never good, guys. Don't do that.
Isn't there a free version of Windows 8 anyway out there on the internet even for this guy? So they're going to punish this guy for something that's already happening anyway. So, okay. Yeah. Cool. Great job with that stuff.
That'll teach him.
Yeah.
That'll learn him good, I'll tell you what.
That did learn him. Now that he's worked for Microsoft, he probably even knows how to some of the back doors to even get more stuff.
Right. He's like, this is free.
Hey, why don't we go ahead and fire the guy that just let everybody have...
They didn't specify. Really, they're just a janitor. He was just there on that day.
Yeah, they just said an employee, didn't they? They didn't say if he was a programmer, or if he was a...
I don't know if they actually did in the report or not. I can't remember, honestly. That would be funny. It's like the janitor. It's a security guard out front. My name's Finnegan. I clean toilets. I don't see it in there. You laughing at? She's over here cracking up. No,
it started a while ago.
Software architect
I
Alex.
started laughing a little bit too. I know he.
Carlo.
I'm done.
Come on, everyone here knows we're professionals.
We are. We're professional.
Actually, technically, doesn't professional mean you're getting paid for it?
Yeah, so we're not. We're not working.
Amateurs.
Well, you guys get paid $10 a month for it. Just go straight to paying for
That
service.
was just look pretty.
That's
Wondering why we're so
$3.33 a piece. So we are professionals.
that is true.
Just not very lucrative.
We're just poor ones.
We work for pennies, people, and we're proud.
So announced this week is Sony's first original TV series for PlayStation will be Powers.
Powers. What is it even about?
Well, I'm guessing somebody with powers.
And let me guess, how much is the episode? Or is it free? Are they giving it free? It doesn't seem like that's a Sony thing.
It's never free, Jack. You should know that.
Well, how much is it?
I'm stall a little bit while I try to look it up, damn it.
Jeff.
Give a guy a break here.
How much is it?
It's actually probably free to anyone who has their service.
The PlayStation Plus?
Probably.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying.
so it costs...
Okay, yeah, I just want to say, whatever happened to you, we don't do that TV stuff. We play games.
Right?
Who said that?
They were like, we were just...
Remember that was the big deal PlayStation made. It's like,
that?
have TV?
Whatever.
So we'll play games.
Whatever. They never said that.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. What are you... Jeff. That's probably why Microsoft isn't doing so well, because that's all they were worried about. You can watch your TV on our console. Oh, yeah, by the way, you can play games, too, if you want. But you can watch your TV. You can even pause live television with our console. And, yes, you can play games, but you can watch your TV on our console. You don't have to go...
I find it funny. I knew that was going to happen, though.
Here's the thing that's funny to me. So you have to have a box for cable that you have to then put into another box that's PlayStation that you put into your TV. So we need at least 2 more boxes before it gets to the television to actually be able to watch TV. So you have to have it go from the cable box into your stereo, then from your stereo into your Xbox, then from your Xbox into a converter, and
Jack, I've heard
converters into a plug-in, and then from the plug-in straight into another little box that I don't know what to call right now, then into your TV.
Jack, I've heard rumors, all right? And hear me out. I know this is kind of far-fetched, but at one point in time, all you had to do is have rabbit ears on your TV. Is that right, Jack?
I don't remember that.
I still have rabbit ears on my TV. That's how I watch TV.
Somehow we're progressing.
We are.
Sometimes when I hang out with you guys, I feel like I want to sit in the corner and like rock back and forth and be like, "Mommy, Daddy, stop fighting."
I'm just saying.
It's really tense and kind of.
If Xbox, I don't know.
cry myself to sleep at night.
It's pretty bad, though, that if one game is making Xbox One sell, because everybody's going to spend... Here's what's funny. Everybody spent $400 to get a $60 game.
Right? I can't complain. I'm about to do the same thing.
Well, no, you're... Oh, yeah, I guess technically ours. But you already have the game. So you're really just buying an Xbox.
Getting a free game. That is correct.
What other game are you wanting to play on it?
Actually, there's a couple.
That you can't play on the PC. That would be a better experience anyway. So let's hear this.
Plants vs. Zombies.
That's on the PC. That's on the PC.
Is it? I don't think anything is out. Oh, no. Oh, no, that was on PC, too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think most all of them are on PC.
Okay. I don't really understand why you're even worried about spending $500.
I want a console, all right? I like the consoles.
Jeff, you are 99% on your computer.
That is...
Yeah, I was going to say, like,
so
you don't even know what you have right now.
Right? You want the console? You just want the console to be able to say, I have an Xbox One.
That's
He
nonsense.
just wants to be cool. He just wants to be cool.
Which is
to hammer the corner and smoke with his friends so everybody will think he's cool.
Here's what's also funny. If he would take that $500 and do the upgrades that he keeps saying he wants to do on his computer, maybe...
Are there any upgrades I want to do yet? I don't think there is.
You should not upgrade your computer anymore, because every time you do it, it stops working for a long time.
What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say I'm bad at what I do?
I don't think she said that at all.
I insinuated it. I did not say it.
I didn't come right out and say it. What?
She was trying to help you out, Jeff.
You're just pointing out.
She's like, maybe, Jack, you should let him go ahead.
Hey, my computer is awesome right now. And if it comes to a point where I can't play the stuff I want to play, then I will upgrade again. But I haven't ran into that yet.
Today.
I haven't ran into that yet.
He hasn't ran into that today.
Actually, the only thing holding me back at this point is my internet.
Okay, well, why don't you spend I can't even talk. Why don't you spend the $500 on internet then?
Because there's none available out here.
You said you could go up one more level.
You could build your own, like, tower or something.
Right. Until I actually get rabbits to speed up my internet, I'm in trouble.
What are you doing, rabbits?
Jack has seen the rabbits out here. They're mutations of nature.
Yeah, they're giant. They're crazy giant.
They're dog size. Dog size, I tell you.
They're insane. That is what they are. Insane. He's like, oh, look, right there. And I was like, what the hell?
Like jackalopes running around.
He's like, what the hell is going on? It was pretty funny.
Or some of your dogs getting out and, like, breeding with the rabbits and making a new race of...
And then they move along to horses, and they get even bigger, jackalopes and everything else. And that's how we got Jack.
Yeah, okay. That's interesting.
Disturbing. What?
That's very...
So have you guys seen the new trailer for the Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Somebody would have to actually probably, I don't know, care.
Do you not
That
care?
is a great movie. What do you mean you don't care?
Jack. Jackals. Like, it's kind of creepy.
Didn't have Tobey Maguire in it, so I really don't care.
That's what you love, huh?
Hey, after he did the Spoils of Babylon, he's my favorite. He's my favorite of favorites. I finished that. I think I did that last week, too.
Oh, man.
That was fantastic.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain that show to anybody.
If he would have had that character playing Spider-Man, I think he would still be Spider-Man right now. Am I wrong?
I thought it was that character playing Spider-Man.
Huh?
I thought it was that character playing Spider-Man. I thought it just carried over to this.
Yeah, we're right straight into it.
I'll have to agree with you on that, because when they did the whole he turned bad thing in the last one he did, that was painful to watch. So.
Oh my goodness.
But no, so what about this new trailer?
I think it looks awesome. It's pretty action-packed, actually. kind of shows a couple of the characters or villains who are going to be in it.
Mm-hmm. Who's going to be in it with the villains that we know of so far?
Hobgoblin again, obviously.
Okay.
You see Rhino.
Right.
And
who plays Rhino?
I don't know. He's in a giant, like, mech, basically.
Don't know who plays Rhino?
No, I don't.
I can picture his face, and I just lost his name. So I can't talk. I'm talking shit now.
Why are you talking shit, Jack?
Because he's a pretty. Shit, I'm gonna have to.
Wait.
I have to look it up.
Everybody stop for a second. Gotta go on IMDb.
Pause. Put the damn thing on pause so I can look the damn thing up.
It's Paul Giamatti.
There you go. Playing Rhino.
Alex Titsovich the Rhino. He's tiny.
Paul
That's a random thing to
is
say about him.
the Rhino.
Yep. Just good to see Rhino in one of them. It really
Let's
looks like they're just pushing toward the Sinister. What is it? The Sinister Six?
I don't know. You tell us. Is it the Sinister Six?
Yeah, I don't really know. I'm not very well versed in all that.
Green Goblin, not Hobgoblin. Somebody knows.
When you said Hobgoblin, I was like, that's so.
I swore it was Green Goblin, and somebody was correcting people in chat saying it was a Hobgoblin.
You tell them shut up.
They are incorrect. He looks crazy. He's got like his hair all sticking up and looks all wild and crazy in this video.
Saying that you find him attractive?
I think he is finding him attractive.
The way you said that. The way you said it.
Isn't that a
hair all disheveled.
Isn't he a weird pick though for Rhino?
That is a pick.
He was going to be. He's a good actor. I was just like, but the Rhino, he would have been better as like Doc Ock or something like that.
Oh no, that's a strange casting.
But I don't know the Rhino's backstory, so maybe he's not a strange pick for it.
I don't really either. Yeah.
This is my prediction. All right. I think that they are going to off Gwen Stacy in this movie.
Who's Gwen Stacy?
Emma Stone.
The girl.
Oh yeah, that was before before his actual love. I can't even think of her name now.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Mary Jane.
Mary Jane.
There you go.
Yep. I think they're going to offer because
What
I'm
makes you
pretty
think
sure she
that,
gets
though?
offed. She gets offed in the comic, I believe.
No, she doesn't. She turns into a vigilante too.
No, not Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, she does. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gwen Stacy is Jesus Christ, you're gonna have me look that up too, huh? I want to say okay, I know there's a whole bunch of different timelines with Marvel, so
yeah.
Okay, right there. The night Gwen Stacy dies, but there's also she's who does she turn into? God damn it.
Very upset about this.
Are you thinking Black Cat?
No. I thought she was one of the Spider-Man girl or Spider Girls or whatever.
Oh, Spider-Woman?
No, not Spider. Well, there's a whole bunch of iterations of the Spider chicks, so whatever.
Oh, because they're talking about like the other, like basically the other worlds. You know how Marvel does different worlds all the time. All the comics do, Yeah. That way you can kill off a character and still be alive. Shoot, now I'm drawing a blank. But the Marvel Zombies, she returns from Earth Z, is what they're saying. So, I mean, I don't see them doing that with the movie, but I really think she kind of gets offed, which will be really crappy because it's Emma Stone.
Yeah. While you guys were talking, I just watched the trailer.
Yeah, what do you think?
Good. I think it looks good.
I think it looks amazing.
Yeah, I'm digging Electro.
More importantly,
we all know who Electro is, right?
I'm really hoping Mysterio will be in it. Jamie Foxx. That's a strange pick too for me.
He looks pretty good as it though. Like just watching that little bit.
I know.
I can see it. I get it.
He's all like, "Let's go kill a spider."
It fits.
So, what's your predictions on this movie?
I think it's going to be pretty good. The first one really hit it off well. And it was actually, it was pretty good. So
It was. I just
I
didn't
enjoyed
really think we needed the whole recap like they did, though.
and they always got to do that,
They don't have to.
Well, they don't have to.
Batman,
but
they didn't. That when they redid Batman,
No,
they
it
didn't
surprised me.
stick to that. They it was a flashback for a quick second.
Right.
We
Which was
know-
kind of cool.
We
Gave
know
more-
Spider-Man
more-
just as well as we know Batman, is what I'm saying. And I
Right.
don't think,
Oh, no, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you.
I don't think we
But-
need to know that his Uncle Ben dies, or how many other ways they could kill Uncle Ben.
But they kind of did a different movie twist with, how they focused not as much on Uncle Ben as they did his parents, though, right?
Well, yeah,
That's the thing, the story-
Dad, but that was the whole different thing about the Amazing Spider-Man. The actual comic
Right.
book series was a different take, totally on Spider-Man.
Yeah, and that might be why it did so well,
And I think that comic series was the better out of all of them, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
By what a lot of people. Because isn't the Amazing Spider-Man 2 also where it's a little more adult and it's not?
It's a little darker.
Yeah. So I was going to say, that's what I thought about the Amazing Spider-Man, that people kind of, when they died in that one, they kind of stayed dead.
Right.
They didn't pop up all of a sudden out of nowhere. And Spider-Man got beat up a lot in that one, I remember, too.
Yeah, he did. He got messed up.
And, like, not nice to beat up.
It showed a little bit more of the, he's more human,
Yeah.
side of Spider-Man. So, I thought that was cool. I mean, I'm looking forward to the movie. I love the Spider-Man movies. I won't watch it in 3D, though.
But
I tried to do that in the first one.
my question is they did the whole let's do a bunch of villain things in the Tobey Maguire one, and it almost seems like that was just a little too many,
Yeah, but, I don't know. I mean, I think this may be like one of those situations where it's like the movie kind of shows glimpses of other villains, but you don't actually get like all of them teamed up and stuff,
No, that trailer looks like he's fighting all three.
Yeah, I don't know. I think like maybe the next movie will show more of like a whole war, and he's got to. I would love to think that he's got to team up with the Avengers, which will never happen. But I would love to think that anyway.
He was one of the original Avengers too, wasn't he?
Yeah, but due to licensing rights and stuff, there will never be a movie where Spider-Man joins the Avengers.
Because Spider-Man's owned by a different movie company, isn't it? It's not
Right.
Disney.
Yep.
That's who is it? Universal or Fox or?
I want to say it's. I thought it was Fox. I could be wrong.
Sony. It's Sony.
Is it? Okay. Yeah. So, you will never see Spider-Man teaming up with the,
Don't
the
say
Avengers
never,
and stuff.
because, Disney's starting to acquire a lot of big...
I really hope they prove me wrong, because there's nothing I'd like more. And honestly, I think Spider-Man was actually in the 6th version of the Avengers. I don't think it was like one of the originals.
Oh, no.
There's a lot of other people before him.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
There's also
Yeah.
very... I'm just going to skip to this, because this is I think it's a pretty big thing in the gaming world, about Walmart, and they're going to start accepting video game trade-ins.
Yeah, that's wild to me. I didn't see that coming a million miles away. And actually, isn't it like on the 21st of this month?
26.
26.
Okay.
So that's a week.
Very soon.
Man, that just is going to... Well, man,
What does this mean for GameStop? Let's put it that way.
I don't think it's a good sign for GameStop. GameStop
What about-
already, when you go in there, every time I go in there, I feel like, man, I need to buy something to make sure they stay. You know what I mean? Because
That's true.
you remember when they first opened, all their sections were huge. They had a huge
Right.
PC gaming section. They had a huge PlayStation section, a huge Xbox section.
And everything going to streaming and digital downloads now.
Yeah,
That's-
a lot of their stuff has moved to online. Like you can go on their
Yeah.
website and
Well, yeah,
digitally download, buy. So
I don't think the online presence will go away, but the brick and
Yeah.
mortar I think I could see Walmart buying GameStop.
Yeah.
It may turn out to be a good thing for us, though, because competition is always good. Maybe instead of, me trading in 6 games and getting 50 cents, I'll actually start getting a little bit of money out of it.
Probably
because
not.
they know that they're not the only people I can bring the game to. I can bring it to Walmart, too.
Well, there's also Entertainment. Entertainment, I don't know how bad they hurt GameStop either.
I don't think Entertainment is really a...
Oh, no, they're not just here. They're in 3 states.
Well, still, that's 3 states out of, all 50, so...
I know, but do you remember when Entertainment came? You got a pretty good trade-in deal, and their prices weren't that bad to buy trade-in.
Right. I think, though, as a bigger picture, I don't think they really are a threat at this point.
No.
If they had more stores, I think they would be definitely more of a threat.
I don't think they give you a ton.
Definitely locally here, they are a threat.
Yeah.
Who? Entertainment?
Yeah.
Well, their prices, they're not as cheap as what they used to be. I noticed. They kind of are back up to where GameStop is on their... Mm-hmm. They give you when you trade things in, and then what you buy things for.
Right. Yeah, I think they're like realities hit them, and they're like, oh, we can't give... I don't really know anything about it. I don't trade in games.
I
have so many. We do not trade in games.
We Sooner or later, you're just going to have an entire house built of games.
Oh, we will. We don't get rid of games. But the reason we have so many is because we buy used. We rarely buy a new game unless we really, really, really want. But we take advantage of GameStop's, buy 2 get 1 free every single time it comes around, whether we have the money or not, I'm going to say. We have enough money. Whatever, just buy these.
Let's do it. We don't have to eat.
But Entertainment, when they do their sales, they are ridiculous sales. It's just like you go in there and you'll walk out with like 15 games and spend like $30. You're like, Jesus Christ, I can't believe I just bought this for that much.
Like right after Xbox One came out, we went there and got like 6 Xbox 360 games because everything of the old consoles was on sale. We spent like $20.
The downside is I'd rather not be in that store during sales.
That's true because it is horrible. And they still only have 2 registers open when they have those sales.
You almost have to carry a weapon to get through there alive.
It's like they taunt you, too, because they have like 8 registers. And they're like, no, we only got 1 guy working today.
Yeah. Last time I was in there's a huge line of people, and one person doing a register and the other person... you just would see the employees walk by that could be out of the register. They just walk by and go, huh.
I was very fortunate when I went in there because there was a line almost to the back of the store, and I walked in there, and I was just happened to be walking by the iPad section, They're like, oh, you need to check out? It's like, yeah, man. And I walked right up and left. I was like, nice. So that was my one time for the year that I was in there. And it was like Black Friday, too.
Okay. Yeah,
which was god-awful.
I've drove by there on Black Friday and I don't need something. They don't have anything I went in there that bad.
I would pay the extra 50 cents to not have to go do that.
Yeah. So, but Walmart doing this, I think nationwide, that's kind of like Redbox to Blockbuster. I think it's going to. I think it's going to hurt, especially if Walmart either. Something tells me if Walmart's going to do what Walmart does, they're probably going to set every game that's used to a certain price that's ridiculously low, and they'll buy things from you to where you probably could either trade in 1 or 2 games and go and then get a new used game off the shelf.
And what they're saying is when you trade in a game, you don't have to use the money toward other games. You can use it toward food. You can use it toward a stroller or whatever you want to buy, car parts.
That's going to be even huge, man. Yeah. But you want to know what, though? I thought when Best Buy started to do it, that it might hurt GameStop. So, I know Walmart's a bigger merchandiser than both of those, but who knows?
Well, in my experience, working retail and stuff, whenever a retail store starts taking used games and stuff, is usually a bad sign for that retailer. Granted, this is Walmart; it's not going to be a bad sign for them, So I'm not sure how this is going to pan out. But every time,
they're just
in a matter of a couple of months after they started doing this, the company just went down.
I don't think Walmart. I think they're just trying to get on that.
Media Play, all of those guys started doing that.
I think Walmart's just trying to get in on it a little bit.
Oh, I'm sure.
They're just trying to get their hands a little bit and everything.
Really that lucrative a play or a
I think the point is just to try to get people. If you can get people in your store, they just want to get more people in. It's like, hey, I could go to GameStop and trade in games and get some money or whatever, or I could just go to Walmart and do all of it together, and then I only got to go to one place, and I don't know. It's just that's appealing to me because I'm like, I don't like to go outside where there are people.
You don't like to go outside.
I don't.
Where are you? Me?
Yeah, I don't like to go. It's bad enough I go to Walmart and I have panic attacks in there usually. Sometimes I go in there.
And Walmart's not even going to start immediately reselling any of these games. They're going to wait till later this year. So probably they're going to wait till they have a surplus.
Oh, I'm sure. That makes sense.
But you know what I'm thinking, though? They're just probably trying to figure out what they want to pay or have people pay for them. I've always thought on used games, if a company based a certain price, like all used games that are 2 years old or this price, like I'm just going to say like $10, and we will buy those for half the price that we sell them for. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think that a company like that would probably make a killing. People at first wouldn't like it, but if you come in and all you have to do is bring in 2 games, and you can get one that you don't have. I don't like you said, I don't like having to take in like 20 games to be able to even afford, just off of the trade-ins, be able to buy one. Be nice, but I could see if you traded 2 and you could get one, that would be
right.
I don't know. I guess we'll see how it.
Well, Walmart likes to standardize all their prices.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. They might go like $20. All used games are $20 that are 1 to 2 years old. Anything over that are $10 or $15 or something like. It's gonna. Yeah, I think their prices are going to be ridiculous, and you're going to be like, really? You can go in there and get.
Yeah. Well, because they do that with their movies. It's like if it just came out, it's just they bump it up, and then after a certain time, it goes into a category of like 15, 10, or 5.
Yeah. Sometimes I wonder how Walmart makes their money, but they just sell so much volume of stuff that if they did make money.
Random stuff. I just went there and bought 3 movies the other day because they were in the $5 bin.
And they keep opening stores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have, here in Colorado Springs, we have, 4 of them? 4 Walmart Supercenters?
Like 7, I think.
Is it 7? And then
there's like 5. They just opened 5 neighborhood markets.
Yeah. I'm just like,
I got
why do you need those neighborhood markets? It's like, come on.
They want to make sure nobody has to go anywhere but there.
I like the neighborhood market because we have down by us the only liquor store is the King Soopers, and it's a little sketchy. It scares me a little bit to go in there. Like, I'm not kidding.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
King Soopers. Uh-huh. It's a little sketchy. Like,
it is
every time you go there, there's somebody like arguing in the parking lot or trying to sell you drugs, and I'm like, I just want to go home.
Those guys pulling up, hey, you want to buy speakers? You should have fell off the truck.
I got a dime bag for you. I got a dime bag for you.
So I will say there's
I got a dime bag for you.
That part which our listeners won't get, but there's the area where Entertainment is in our town, that strip mall.
Uh-huh.
I rarely go there without either somebody asking me if I want to buy drugs or if I have any money for them. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, that strip mall, even after they put Lowe's in there, it still is not.
It's scary.
It still has gone downhill.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I look like I have money to buy drugs? I am shopping at Entertainment.
It's funny how Colorado Springs is moving east.
Yeah.
Like, there's just like an exodus of businesses heading east for no reason.
They're all going to be around me sooner or later.
Yeah, they are. Mark Shuffle slowly becoming the next Academy/Powers.
Uh-huh.
Because they're building all those new neighborhoods.
Oh, I agree.
Down where we live is becoming the ghetto.
All right, we just...
Ghetto!
What's up, everyone? This is Mysterio Hunter from Anorak's OASIS telling you, if you love good music, good podcasting, head on over to kromradio.com. That's KROM cromradio.com and listen to some of the greatest music on the net right now. And also check us out, Anorak's Oasis, every Friday, 5 o'clock Mountain Time. Don't get left behind. When geekites aren't hanging out with us, they're listening to Crom Radio.
So, Sony is jumping on the virtual reality bandwagon.
Was there ever a doubt that they wouldn't?
Oh, no.
No.
Because Microsoft did, yeah.
Honestly, I'm a little surprised. The part I'm surprised about is I just thought the Oculus Rift was going to come out for everything, and that was just going to be standard. I didn't think that all these other companies would try to, like all these main companies like PlayStation and Microsoft were all going to do their own as well.
Well,
but I guess it makes sense.
Waiting on what's going to happen with the Oculus Rift, and when they saw how good their technology was, they're like, oh, well, we got to hurry up before they corner the market.
Right.
Now, here's the thing, though. Who's to say that any of those others are any good?
That's true.
We've seen what the Oculus Rift can do, and it looks like it's pretty good. I'm surprised. Is that even out in production yet? Or are they still...
I think they're still working on it. Is that going to be anything you guys are going to buy, though?
Right now, it looks like a fad to me.
Yeah, I don't
used it, so I don't know.
I don't know. I find it hard to believe that I'm going to enjoy it without the actual, Omni treadmill thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I really don't think I'm going to spend that much money on it.
Well, how much is the Omni treadmill?
I can't imagine it's cheap. I mean,
well, the Oculus Rift was actually cheaper than what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
$400 or like $200 to $400 or something like that, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know. That's still more than I would probably pay.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe someday, but I don't know.
They need haptic feedback suits before I'm even interested.
Oh, yeah. There's got to be some really, ridiculously good games coming out for it.
I don't want to feel
for me to even consider it.
When I'm wearing that stuff. I want full submersion.
It's like some Sword Art Online about to happen.
Yeah. Jack just wants to lay in a chair and just not have to do anything.
Well, Sword Art Online.
Come over
Sword Art Online wasn't even a bodysuit. It was just a helmet you put on that tapped into your neural.
Yeah, exactly. But you see those new games who actually they're horror games that actually keep track of your heartbeat and stuff and tell when you're scared.
Oh yeah, like with the biofeedback meters.
Yeah. So I mean, we're not too far off from
that. I don't think
I should do that.
Question, does the game do they try to make the game scarier the more scared you are?
The more scared you are, it's harder.
The more your heart starts to beat, the more intense and harder the game gets.
But if you don't get
calm
scared,
yourself down.
But if you don't get scared, then it stays easy, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
Which I wouldn't even play it because
Tiffany would be like, "It's so hard, I can't get through the damn thing." Tiffany, it's just a game. Why are you so stupid?
I'd be crying in the corner. I can tell you right now. I'm too empathetic I absorb emotions around me, so it would.
You absorb the emotions from a video game?
I do. I get very, very emotionally attached to people and games and stuff.
Yeah.
I cry. Okay.
We'll see how that turns out.
I just watched Odd Thomas. Have you guys ever read this book series?
Nope.
No, I haven't.
Okay. I won't ruin it, but I just watched that movie. It's one of my favorite book series, and they made a movie after the first one. I cried for an hour after that movie was over. I am not even gonna lie. I just sat on the couch crying.
More than Angels Take Manhattan?
Yes. And then remember after I watched that, I was like a mess for days. I just laid on the couch I don't ever want to watch anything again. But it was good. I highly recommend that people see this movie. I didn't cry because I cried because it had a lot of feels in it. And brought up that I felt when I read the book. So I also cried for days after I read it.
I see.
Sorry, did I awkward up the podcast by talking
you
about
did.
I
Thanks.
cry?
You went out of order and that screwed us up.
I'm the one who's taking us out of order.
I injected emotion into this. I'm not supposed to.
I just expect it from Jack. I don't usually expect it from you, Tiffany. Thanks.
No. I don't care anymore. I had a half a glass of wine. I'm just like, screw you guys. I'm just gonna do what I do.
Screw you. I'm done. I'm out of here.
If we hear the microphone drop, that means Tiffany's out of here.
Just gonna eat my M&Ms.
Did you guys hear about Titanfall 2?
No. I hear they're already talking about a Titanfall 2.
Oh, no, they've already started it and everything. And they said it's actually not going to be an Xbox One exclusive game, is the new rumor. I don't know how true it is, but...
Look, they're just trying to get more money out of Xbox or Microsoft. You know, Microsoft pays ridiculous amounts of money. When we say ridiculous, we mean ridiculous amounts of money for...
To keep it on their system, yeah.
Because who did that before? There was another game who did that, and for the whole time they were developing it, they're like, "Oh no, this is going to be, cross-platform and all that." And then when it released, oh, by the way, it's an exclusive.
I've heard of them doing that more than once. Yeah,
it's like,
it happens a lot.
Oh, so you're just waiting for more money?
Yeah.
Right on. More power to you.
So, okay, is Titanfall? Would you consider Titanfall a game changer now? A normal one?
A game changer?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I like the game. It's a fun game. But when you really look at the mechanics, there wasn't nothing groundbreaking that they did.
No, other than having
wall running. There's other games that you don't get to destroy. Like, they don't have destructible environment,
Right.
Which it seems like anymore that should just be a mainstay, and you should be able to
think.
So
I personally love the game, but yeah, I agree. There's nothing really that out of the ordinary with the game, other than the fact that it has Titans in it.
Yeah. So
it's just I don't know the way it plays though.
It does seem to play easier, and I'm not sure I can exactly explain how it plays easier, but I don't usually do very well on first-person shooters, and I can usually get a decent... Well, not this time I just played, but when we did the beta...
It did seem harder this last time, didn't it?
Huh?
It did seem harder this last time.
Yeah.
Like, I think a lot of it was like everyone was much higher levels than us.
Yeah, that's true, because everybody was in the 30s or 40s, it seemed like.
So I got my Titan warp, though. I started dropping Titans on everyone. That's my favorite part. Just dropping a Titan on someone's head.
I never got to see it. So...
Yeah, I think you're pretty close to actually unlocking the Titan warp, and then you'll see it.
Am I?
I'll just wait until Titans are fighting it out in the center, and I'll just spawn my Titan right there in the center, and it'll come flying out of the sky and land on 2 or 3 of them. So much fun.
They're probably all...
And they're like, what the heck? That one match, I couldn't believe that one match where, we were so outnumbered. Remember that? It was that last Titan standing?
Uh-huh.
We're so outnumbered, and I'm sitting there, and I'm fighting it out with this other Titan, and 2 more Titans come running in and start fighting it out, and I'm stuck underneath this bridge, and so they destroy my Titan, and I have automatic eject, so I just, go flying out, and then nuclear explosion, which kills all the Titans around me. It killed, 4 people, and so there's 5 people in a group. There's only 1 more left, and he's in a Titan over by where we have to escape, and there was almost our whole team left, and nobody could take him out. Everyone just died. I was like,
I remember that one.
What? Come on, guys! I did all the work. That was a lucky blast. I didn't realize there were that many people around me. That was a fun match, though. That game is fun, no matter how you look at it.
It is fun. I'm just saying. I think that the ease of play is the reason why everybody's buying it, and all the Call of it plays similar to Call of Duty in the fact that, but it also plays like Battlefield because the boards are decently big, but they're fast. I felt like they're fast.
Yeah, it's fast paced. Yeah, I would say it's a game changer to the point where it is definitely changing what Xbox's future looks like at this point.
As long as the second one continues to do something don't just put a new skin on it. You know what I mean? Add something into it, have destructible environments. Have yourself be able to do more with your Titan.
Yeah.
More
I don't
customizable
know.
Titans.
Yeah. Because you can't really do a lot of customization. Well, at least
Nope,
maybe not
yet anyway.
At least not my level. Put it that way.
Yeah, and it's saying there's like 30 different weapons to unlock, and I've unlocked like 10.
Everybody
But-
got quiet.
I know, it's respawning. What the hell is going on?
What is going on?
I have no opinion because I haven't played, so I can't talk about it.
So did you guys hear about Sacred 3 coming out?
Yeah,
Mhm.
from you just now.
Yeah. I think I just heard something about that recently. In the last
I
second.
don't know. I mean, I was a really big fan of Sacred 1. Sacred 2 was like, it's alright. And then Sacred 3, it really didn't look much different than Sacred 2. So I don't know. I think I'm less excited about this one, which is sad because I wanted to be excited about it.
You know who is excited about it?
Who?
Yeah.
Drew.
Who?
Drew. Because he's the one who's told me about Sacred, and he had nothing but wonderful, fantastic things to say about it.
Really? When did he tell you about it?
Back in the day. What, 3 years ago? 4 years ago? Whatever, however long it was ago.
Well, so head on over to YouTube and look up Sacred 3 and watch the video, see if it's something you're interested in. It kind of runs like I want to say like a Diablo or Baldur's Gate style game, over-the-top hack and slash.
I do like Baldur's Gate. I've always been a big fan of.
I love Baldur's Gate. I wish it'd come out with a new one.
I know. They haven't come out with one since. I don't even know.
All right. They haven't, yeah.
I mean, since
Let's get down
PlayStation
to,
2.
The nitty-gritty here.
No, don't interrupt me when I'm talking about.
I'm sorry. I thought you were done, then you kept going.
She's about to
I
murder.
thought you were done when you stopped for a second.
Show me through the mic. I would love to see like a new Baldur's Gate game. That would be so much fun.
I'm done talking now.
Are you done now, Tiffany?
I'm done
Are you
now.
finished? Okay.
Sure.
Are you sure?
Forever done. I might.
So, The Division. Have you guys seen the video of the new Snowdown engine they have?
Uh-uh.
Oh, it looks incredible. You should see like the way the light moves and everything through the trees and different objects and the bullet holes showing of cars and stuff that have been shot and everything. It looks incredible. That was what they showed off at GDC last week, was it? I believe.
Very, very interesting.
Let me see.
All right then. I guess we're done talking about The Division.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch. I was trying to get it to load so I can even talk about it because I haven't seen the video.
You have to pause
No,
it
but
while
those
I
trees do look pretty good.
It's a pretty long video. But
When is The Division supposed to come out?
I couldn't tell you on that one, honestly. It is expected in 2014, so
Sometime this year.
June. That's what they are saying. Yeah, I think it looks incredible. The graphics on it are amazing. I think that's actually, well, no, that's not going to be an Xbox One exclusive because it'll be on PC now.
Well, they
was.
still call that an Xbox exclusive. They're calling Titanfall Xbox exclusive.
We'll say it's a Windows exclusive.
There you go.
How's that?
That would be better.
So, also announced is the new Kinect Sports Rivals coming out. Is actually going to have David Tennant in it.
That is pretty cool.
That is pretty cool, especially to any Doctor Who fans out there.
Yeah. I know, just because I could listen to him talk forever.
Right?
Forever.
So,
Jack's not
Tiffany,
impressed.
you watched... What's that?
Jack
Huh?
is not impressed. What? Who?
Of course not.
He's like,
Doctor Who?
Who?
Tiffany, you watched some other shows this week, huh?
Well, I watched a bunch of movies. A couple of them are from before we had the interview, so I don't know how in depth I can talk about those. I don't really remember. But I watched Frozen finally. Because apparently that's the thing that everybody loves.
I hear that's a big deal.
Or that's what I heard. It was good though. I mean, if you like Disney musicals, it was good.
That's a Disney movie?
Back to the musical side of Disney again?
Isn't it? Is it not a Disney movie? Did I just...
I don't know.
I don't know. Now you're going to make me look it up. See? I'm all like, I don't know if it's a Disney movie. Yeah. I don't know. It was good, though. It was... wait. Hold on a second. I don't know where it says that, if it is or not. So, yes. Disney movie.
It is.
I thought it was good. Yeah, it is. It says it right there.
It is.
From the creators of Tangled and Wreck-It Ralph. I thought it was good, yeah, and it was very much like old, kind of going back to where they were, had tons of singing in them.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They don't seem like they do that as much. It seems like they have songs in movies, but not as many.
Focused more.
Yeah, and this one was definitely focused, and I thought it was good. I mean, the singing was good, and the songs were good, and I liked the characters. And I really liked the little snowman guy, because he was a little bit weird. And a little bit messed up, like in his head. But I thought he was really cute. He was probably my favorite. But I guess it's a huge thing. I feel like I'm so out of touch.
Would you recommend it then?
Yeah, if you like Disney movies.
Is it something you would buy?
I would probably buy it, yeah. I did not buy it when it just came out this last Tuesday, and I didn't buy it. I rented it, but I would probably buy it now that I've seen it.
Cool.
And then I also watched, that same night, I said Odd Thomas, which I highly recommend if you are a fan of the book series. I would say definitely see it. If you've never read the book series, it's still because I've read the books and like Ben has not read the books, and we both watched it and both enjoyed it. So they did a fantastic job of capturing the character. And Odd Thomas, the main guy, is played by Anton Yelchin, who is Kyle in the Terminator, the most recent redo of Terminator.
Oh, okay, got you.
And Chekhov in the most recent redo of Star Trek. And he was amazing. He was
cool.
The perfect person to play that character, so it was really good.
That's good.
Yeah. I really like him. He's really good at playing, because you see, like, the roles he plays are completely different. Especially if you see this movie, it's completely different than what he's known for, and he still is able to pull it off really well. So, highly recommend that movie to everyone.
Good deal. So, Odd Thomas is a...
Odd Thomas.
Buy, then, would you say? Go as far as to say buy it? All right.
Definitely buy it. Yeah, I would buy it.
Cool.
I'm hoping even that they continue making movies based off the series, because there's like 6 books in the series, so...
Right.
So I hope that they keep going with it. I also watched two others that I said a while ago, Nebraska and All Is Lost, and those are indie films. And the reason I watched them is because I watched the Oscars, and they talked about them, and I was like, well, those look interesting. And
Nebraska and All Is Lost.
All Is Lost. Nebraska is a guy who gets one of those, like... You've been selected to potentially win like $1 million through those magazine sweepstakes things they used to mail out all the time.
Oh,
or
right.
It was like you get a code, and you call us, or you mail this in with the 2 magazine subscriptions you'd like, and we'll let you know if you're a winner. And
right.
He's this old guy that is just convinced that he's won $1 million. It's all in black and white. He's just absolutely convinced he won $1 million. He has to go to Nebraska to pick it up. Like his son's like, "Why don't you just mail it?" And he's like, "I can't trust $1 million in the mail." And so it's the story of this guy driving his kind of aging alcoholic father to Nebraska, and oddly learning a lot about his dad's life and like who he really is.
Right.
It's a feels movie. But it's pretty good. It's. I don't know how to describe it. I think I liked it so much because I like documentaries and it had that feel to it.
Right.
So,
cool.
I'd recommend renting that if you're into kind of like indie films. And then All Is Lost is Robert Redford on a boat.
Really?
In the middle of the ocean. His boat gets hit by this, he like runs into this like cargo box thing in the middle of the ocean, and basically his struggle between trying to survive, like his boat is damaged, starts to sink, he's got to figure out what to do. That one's really good too. He doesn't speak. He says, I think, like 8 words throughout the entire movie.
Oh, wow.
There's no dialogue, like, whatsoever, other than when he's making, like, a distress call.
Mm-hmm.
He says a few words, and then, like some explicitives when he's, like, starting to realize that he's screwed. but that's, like, it. There's no other talking in the movie whatsoever. It's just him. He's the only person in the entire movie.
That's interesting, actually.
It was pretty good. Like, you know, if you're a Robert Redford fan, like, he doesn't even have to talk. It's just so interesting to watch him.
Right. How he would react in different situations.
It's good. I guess it won some awards, and it was pretty good. It was a little more artsy because it's very visual. You know, there's no talking, so
right.
You're just watching it for an hour and a half. But good movie. Probably rental, I would say, unless you're really
that seems
into
like
those.
something I'd rent over buy.
Yeah, I mean, I might buy it just because I've seen it and I liked it, but I don't know. It's one of those, like, once you watch it once, it's like, well, you know what's happening. There's not like a whole lot to it. No. It was good though. I mean, every now and then I like to get ones that are a little different, just to check them out.
A little unordinary.
Yeah.
Compared to some of the movies me and Jeff watched, that is still ordinary.
Speaking of which, Jack, what did you watch this week?
Yeah, you watched stuff, didn't you?
I watched some things. A few things.
I
I finished up Heaven's Lost Property, which I recommend that to anybody. That does a lot of fanboy service on it, but they do it in such a funny and a good way.
Yeah,
I don't think it
comical.
would. I think anybody of age shouldn't get offended by it. If you do, then you just don't have a sense of humor. Because it's just funny, and the kid gets reprimanded every time he starts to become a perv. The main character, is a huge perv, but when he starts letting loose on the perv, man, he gets away with it for a little bit, but you always know he's getting ready to get retribution. And the girls who he's perving on get the retribution almost all the time. But the storyline's good. It's about these creatures called angeloids coming down, which of course they have to be extremely attractive women, and most of them are overly well endowed.
Well, obviously.
And overpowered. They're all like extremely powerful.
Of course.
And they, for whatever reason, they didn't really explain that. They get attracted to this one kid, Tomoki, and something about him, every one of them that they send up against him falls in love with him. And they didn't really explain that either, but like everyone that came after him, they're like, oh, we got to kill him and blah, blah, blah. And next thing you know, they're in love with him. Might take a whole few episodes or whatever, but... And then he has a friend, Sahara, who is a childhood friend, who is in love with him too. That is just as much of a perv as he is, but she doesn't let anybody know it, because you find this out in an episode where you get to see what her dreams are. But she doesn't let anybody know it, and she's the one who usually always gets to punish him. She apparently has some super crazy power that when she does a karate chop on things, she can... It looks like she probably cut the earth in half. There was one point where she just chopped him and cut him straight down the middle. But it's a fun ride. It's definitely... I'm glad Jeff told me about that.
Yeah, that was a funny episode.
So
show.
I'm going to go straight into the next one that is basically the same genre, called Seikirei. And it's about, again, these... do you think they're humans, Jeff? The girls?
No, they're not.
They're not? Are they robots?
Or
are they just some type of creature?
Almost like... Well, they're almost like clone type things.
Okay, well...
They're like... Yeah.
Well, they're called Seikirei, and they have to go find their master, basically. Isn't that what they were calling them?
I can't remember what they're called now.
They have a specific name, but basically it's like
Yeah.
their coach or master or, somebody to control them. And basically it sounds like it's a secret fighting club. There's 106 or something like that. I don't know where they got the number. It wasn't a straight number. It wasn't like just 100.
Yeah.
It was some weird, like 108. But there's 100 and whatever of them. They have to go find their masters, and once all of them find their masters, and then they'll start having secret fights. And actually, I guess they already did start having secret fights.
Technically, yeah.
And I guess
basically it's basically like a battle royal with the anime characters, because they're on like this island and they can't get off until like there's only one of them left.
Oh, I haven't made it that far, so
that's what it seems like to me at this point.
Well, they all live in Tokyo.
Is it?
Yeah, they're
okay,
there.
So maybe.
I guess technically Japan is an island.
That's kind of what I was piecing together.
But they can't talk to anybody about it unless they're part of this little thing. And again, it seems like some of the people who are the girls' masters are kind of pervs, but they don't. The girls aren't like slaves to them. If they like the guy doing that to them, cool. If they don't, then they can kick his ass.
like the twins.
Yeah. So I have only watched about 5 episodes. So you see this really well endowed girl fall out of the sky and land on a guy. There's all kinds of fan service on this one too. This one,
more so.
This more one so. Though, I think is more adult oriented, and there isn't anything usually funny about what they're doing with the fan service. So you're going to have to like fan service to like this. But when I read about it, I was like, well, that kind of sounds like the same thing in Heaven's Lost Property. Not so much comedy, but a lot of action.
Yeah.
A lot of over-the-top action, too. Then I'm going to move into movie 43.
Now, finally got you to watch it.
Now, I don't know why anybody gave this movie bad rating. If that's the case, critics then just don't have senses of humor, or they don't get it. But this movie was hilarious. I was in tears from beginning to end. And these are all A-list actors that they got playing these parts. I don't understand how they got them to do it, because the very
gave them a lot of money.
It was.
I know, right?
It was a very good. They started it off very good. I'll tell the very first skit. So you have Kate Winslet getting ready for some type of blind date, and she's like all kind of nervous about it. And she's like, he's probably a pudge, doesn't even look handsome. And her friend, who's obviously pregnant, is looking at a magazine cover the whole time, and she's like, well, she turns the magazine around, and she's like, well, I don't know if this guy looks like a pudge, but isn't this... And she holds it up, and she's like, that's him? And they're like, so it's Hugh Jackman. So then now she's like all happy about it. She's trying to hurry up. He shows up. So the next time you see them, they're wearing scarves in a really fancy restaurant, talking about how soft their scarves are, and blah, 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 blah. So, she's not paying that much attention to him. He takes his scarf off. She takes hers off, talks about how soft it is, hands it to him. He's like, oh, yeah, but you haven't tried mine. I paid a lot of money for this cashmere. And she hands it to him. She's like, oh, yeah, this is really soft, looking at the scarf the whole time. Then you see her look up, and she, jumps back. Eyes are all big. And, you're like, okay, so we know this is Hugh Jackman, so what happened? What's going on? So you don't really see it until they let you wonder what's going on for probably, about 5 minutes, Jeff, you think?
Yeah, for a little bit.
And then he turns around, and his balls are under his chin. That's why I don't even know how else to describe it. He just has a big old sack of balls under his chin. And nobody else but her is freaking out about this. So they're going on this blind date. She's trying to bring people's attention to it through the whole thing. She's trying to ask him about it but not be rude about it. When she finally thinks he's getting ready to answer the question about people teasing him about something, he goes, yeah, they used to always teased me about my chin, and then she's like, oh, well, thank God, I thought I was the only one. And so she's thinking, okay, he's getting ready to get to the subject of him having balls under his chin, and then it ends up being just that he had a bicycle spoke go through his neck, and people were calling him Frankenstein, so he lifts his balls up to show her the scar. Then some friends of his come in with their newborn baby, and he's holding the baby, and his balls are bouncing all over the kids. So, that whole skit was just hilariously funny. Great way to start it off. And, it's a movie pitch that Dennis Quaid is doing to Greg Kinnear. And Dennis Quaid goes, line I remember at the beginning of this movie, this is a movie I've always wanted to make my entire life. And then he put, I didn't really pay attention to that until after that skit was done, and I was like, did he really say this was the movie he wanted to make his entire life? So it just keeps on. It just keeps getting more ridiculous. Where you have Anna Faris asking her boyfriend to poop on her. You have mom and dad with they're homeschooling their kid, and they want him to have the full experience of high school, but it's them doing it. So from being bullied to having a teacher not like him to having his first sexual, both heterosexual and homosexual sex experience, and it is his parents doing this, not them going and buying people or paying people to come in. It's his parents doing it. So
this movie was absolutely horrible, and yet it was like one of those train wrecks where you had to just sit there and crack up laughing, and like every next scene was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe they just did that.
And it was so funny because Dennis Quaid took his role so serious. Like, in between the skits, they have him trying to do these pitches of trying to get the movie made to Greg Kinnear and all that, and they all are taking their job so serious. They're not cracking a smile. Greg Kinnear is like, this is really a movie you want to make? And, and then Dennis Quaid, has a reason why, the Hugh Jackman with the balls under his chin, he has, what was that supposed to be, a story of the differences of everybody, or the diversity of people, and, what to do. Because, they're supposed to fall in love and blah, 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 but everybody's taking it so seriously through the movie, and nobody's cracking a smile, nobody's, poking jokes. It's just, that also is the reason why that was probably the best movie I've watched this year so far. Over until I say Godzilla, obviously. As a comedy, I'll even say that's the best comedy. I'll even make it like that. That's the best comedy I've seen so far this year, because that was hilarious. And if you haven't seen it, you need to go watch it. I have not seen it. It's on Netflix. You should watch it. You'll have to look it up. If you don't like it, then I'll have to think something funny about you.
Well, you know me, so you know.
I think you'll like. I think you will. I think you'll find the humor in it, and it's definitely not one of those that you can not. You have to pay attention to what everybody's doing, what everybody's saying and all that. So that way, because if you didn't and you just saw the skits, you'd be like, "What the hell?"
Right.
Is it spoof?
No.
Kind of?
No.
Is it
it's Dennis Quaid he's trying to pitch a movie to Greg Kinnear through the whole thing, and these are all of, I don't know how the scenes, they didn't really say how the scenes intertwine with each other, and I don't know if they're each separate different movies, but yeah, he just keeps rolling these crazy ass ideas out, and I don't know if this is like some movie producer said, hey, these are actual things that I've been pitched before. They didn't set it up like that.
That would be funny though, wouldn't it? If that was
But the whole premise of
ideas that people have come to me with.
The whole premise of it was just funny.
I'll have to look it up.
That was a wild movie.
Yeah. I love the Tampax commercial at the end too.
I was not prepared for that movie when I watched it.
I wasn't either, actually.
I've seen so much stuff on it, I don't know. I don't know why. I guess when I went to, by the time I thought about rented, it wasn't at Redbox anymore, so I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. I was just told by multiple people to check it out. So finally I broke down and watched it.
And it was
I
definitely...
think I've been told by you guys to watch stuff, but I don't know if I would trust things you guys
No, I would watch it. I just have to say about the
What do you want me to watch?
Because you guys know I like Sharknado, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Before we watched this movie, we watched Sharknado. So then one of the very last scenes where you see these two hot chicks, one in black and one in a white swimsuit, run into the ocean and go swimming, right? And you don't know what the hell's even going on. All of a sudden, a shark just comes up and you literally tears, like you've seen the great whites come out of the water with the sill and tear them apart before. So he does that to the girl in black. Then all of a sudden, above the one in the white, Tampax, you know it really works. I was just like, what the hell?
Oh, man.
God, that was hilarious.
No, that's funny. That's some good advertising.
I was like, oh my, because like you see the girl screaming like she's getting tore apart and like body pieces are falling everywhere, and you're just like, another Sharknado thing or what? That was funny. Sorry, I had to say that now that I remembered about it.
All right, last but not least, Tiffany, you played a couple games.
Yeah, well, I played, last week we had Super Chibi Night creator Nick on. Interviewed him. So I played Super Chibi Night.
Nice.
And it is fun. If you have not, well, I guess it's in alpha right now, but you can still sign up, I believe, to check it out in alpha.
Yep, you can.
He's got 3 days left on his Kickstarter as of today, which is Thursday, so by the time this comes out, probably over, but it's fun. I was like, I'll just come on for like 5 minutes and just show him like 2.5 hours later. I'm like, super engulfed in this game. But
That's awesome.
It's so much fun. And just knowing that his daughter's who does the voice of the character, it's just, I don't know, something about it makes it so endearing.
The origin story of it.
Yeah, it makes it so endearing. It's a cute game. I had fun. I went through, I don't know how much you can play in the initial testing.
Right.
But I started out in the town, the town that's named Town. What is it, Oku or whatever? I can't remember, but you kind of go through and it gives you this variety of little quests, and as you level up, you can level your armor, your weapon, or your special attack. And
nice.
I don't know. It's just so much. I was just running around the forest killing these little blobby things. I don't even know what they are. But it was fun.
So you would definitely suggest buying it?
I would. I'm probably going to buy it because it's so much fun. I'm probably going to see if I can get in on the Kickstarter still to get, because for $6 you can get that free copy of the game.
Right.
And you've pitched $6.
Well
he's way over his mark, but I mean it's worth it to help get stretch goals and stuff to pitch.
Yeah.
$6.
What goal is he on now? Did he make it to the new beast and all that?
What was the new beast? I can't remember.
The panda.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the level was that he needed.
20,000.
Oh no.
Or was that Or was it the first? Is the panda the first one? No, a new level was the first one, and then so it's at 3,000 over what he needed. So I think that was 10,000. It would be a new level.
Yeah.
A new boss. And 20,000 is the panda.
Yeah, it looks like he is almost within a couple dollars from $9,000 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's still 3 days.
Yep, and he's still got 3 days on it.
So, but man, it is so fun. It's
the new beast is at 10,000. So.
Oh, the new beast is at 10,000.
So he might.
I wouldn't be surprised though if in the next 3 days, if people are really starting to play the alpha a lot.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, I'll probably get it when it comes out. Maybe I'll check it out. But now I'm like, no, I want to get in on the just from playing it.
That's good.
It's so simple. I mean, it's basically, the 4 control buttons and then, WASD, and that's all you need, and you just run around as a cute little...
Sometimes simple is best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just so fun. But, yeah, the little initial areas, and I got to kill, run around, I got to kill a big giant crab, a pig monster guy, a worm, and now I'm trying to kill this big, red knight, and I can't kill him, but... It's so much fun because when you upgrade your armor, it goes from you're wearing this little leather dress thing. I mean, she's just this tiny little blob person, but there's like tiny little dress, and there's like silver armor. It was like this hot pink, like male armor. Now I kind of have, I leveled it up to level 8, and I have this, it's very reminiscent of like the, Daedric armor in Skyrim. It's like black with these like huge horns on this tiny little blob girl.
He probably kind of tailored it off of that, I bet.
It's so funny because like when you go in, you initially pick up your sword. It's like, I hear that it's dangerous to go alone. Take this with you. So there's little touches of, you can tell that he's, you know, he's a gamer, that he's really deep into the gaming lore and deep into the retro stuff. So it was a lot of fun. I had so much fun playing it. I want to finish it. See if I can beat that big guy.
I might have to get it then.
Yeah,
sounds like I'm gonna have to get it.
No doubt about it. Yeah, you guys would have fun playing it. I had so much fun playing it. I think people are gonna like it. Awesome. I think it's gonna be a big deal.
All right, well, guys, I think that's all we got for the day. Let's go ahead. Unless you guys got anything else. You guys got anything else?
About GTA 5, but that's old news.
Oh, GTA 5.
I did buy it.
The big sale on Steam, right?
No, I got on 360.
No, Steam. It wasn't. GTA 5 wasn't in that sale.
Oh, wasn't it?
No, it's not out for PC yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha. What did you think of it?
We have like the power up thing for GameStop, so we got like a $20 off thing, so we bought it.
Oh, nice. Good deal.
It's like so horrible, but so fun.
It's so horrible.
Oh my goodness, it's so horrible. It's so horrible. You guys know me, like language and stuff. I'm just like it just annoys me when it's like every other word is like cuss words constantly. But it's so much fun because the story is so, and it's so like massive, and the things you can do are just endless.
Right.
It's such a it's like so much freedom in the game that it's fun. The story is horrible. The 3 people you play as are horrible people. Like a mobster, a hustler, and this like redneck, creepy like drug kingpin. Like they're just horrible people, but they're weirdly
how it works, huh?
endearing. They're weirdly endearing. I don't know why, but
yeah, I've heard how bad that.
They're really
none of them are lovable at all.
Mm-mm. But at the same time, like they are, because like they're horrible people, but they like you kind of like feel for them. You're like, well, I understand, and you have a hard life.
They're products of their environment.
Oh, the one guy, Trevor, there's the like redneck kingpin drug guy. He's just like a psycho. Like he just whenever you're playing as him, he's just like running around, just like screaming like gibberish. He's just, I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with this guy.
That sounds like me.
Hey, reminiscent of you. You're missing a couple teeth and you're a little messed up in the head.
Oh man, I'm not that bad.
Well,
maybe messed up. Oh man.
Yeah, I missed you a couple teeth and you do like the run around.
It's funny though. It's just like there's like one part today when we were playing earlier. He's going up to the other guy and talking to his, I don't know who she is, but he's basically trying to get rid of her, and he like hands her some money. He's like, all right, get out of here, and she like counts it. It's like $7. Or he's like, go buy yourself something. Trying to get rid of her, and she like counts it. It's like $7. He's like, I said something, or what did he say? I said something nice, not something expensive. And he just like puts his hands up in the air in her face. He's like, go away. like who is this guy? It's just like freaking out on people. I don't know. It's a weird game. I don't know.
But well worth the buy.
Yeah, I don't know, it's horrible. I don't want to endorse it, but I do. I don't endorse it for anyone under the age of 18. I'll say that.
All right, there you go.
If you're an adult, you should play the game.
I don't mind the language.
Yeah, just. I've always had a soft spot for GTA because you can do whatever you want. You know, you can just kind of go around and.
Right.
That's what's fun about it.
All right, good deal. So, if you haven't bought it already, go pick it up. What about you guys? Where can people find us? Especially our new audience.
They can't find us anywhere. All over the internet. I don't think there's any social network that we're not on yet. Is there?
No.
Probably not.
I think
Facebook and Twitter.
Google Plus.
Facebook and
Google
Twitter
Plus.
probably primarily.
Yeah.
Yep.
WordPress.
WordPress definitely.
Podomatic.
Instagram.
iTunes.
Instagram. We're starting to get followers on Tumblr now.
I think we're on Pinterest, but I don't think anything really happens on that.
No, not as often as it should.
I can't keep up with the ones where I have to like put up pictures and stuff.
Yeah, it gets a little bit more difficult.
Nobody wants to see what we look like.
We're only 3 people.
I only run like 7 out of the 10 things.
We have a fleet of 1,000.
All right, and also we are once again every Friday 5 o'clock on CromRadio.com. So make sure you head on over and check us out there.
We're also on YouTube.
We're also on YouTube now. That's right.
But don't go to YouTube and don't listen to those episodes.
I'll put up the new. I'll start with the new episodes now. So
don't judge us too harshly.
Hey, there's no such thing as bad publicity.
There is, and it hurts me.
Yeah, there probably is. All right, guys. So we'll see you next week, and hope you have a good week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I said bye-bye.
I said good day.